come and got his loaded that truck there 3 times, and then Busty got the 2 then, and then Casey was the extra one there, so Casey was the extra.
So today is Thursday, and it's 2 o'clock, and there's 25 on the board.
So we got what, 5 in our own truck snaps in a minute?
It'll be 4 is what it'll be, because Scott won't be coming back. I loaded him to Westervelt. So I've loaded 25 by 2 o'clock, and that's 100 already for the week. I've got 4 trucks coming back, so that'll put us at 29 for today. But boy, we've had some obstacles today to deal with. Got a truck that was running hot on us. I think the fan clutch is gone on it. We had to drop his trailer, get him to the shop, and in another truck, and he came back over here and hooked up to the trailer he had unhooked from, and he took off with it. I had a flat this morning. As soon as I pulled up, I loaded. I pull this black dart when I get here because I start loading before 6. I park right there so that the lights, well, I have time to walk while the lights are still on my truck, walk to my loader to make sure there's not a rattlesnake laying around my frame somewhere or something where I can see the ground. And when I got the first round loaded, and then I went to go back to my truck to move it from right there where when Kevin started running, he wouldn't hit it with a tree. I noticed my left front tire was a little slack, so I could hear air coming out of it, and I thought it had a hole in it. Well, I drove over there to the service truck real quick before it went flat, and I put the air chuck on it to air it up. Well, the daggone valve stem was bad in it. The whole valve stem swelled up like a daggone balloon. So snatched it off at lunch, or right around lunch. I didn't get to eat lunch till 1:30. I'm gonna tell you, when you rolling like we are right now, you gotta have your crap together. It ain't no time to be messing around, that's for sure. So snatched that tire off and throwed it on the catwalk of Dad's truck and strapped it to it with a ratchet strap, and he's gone to the mill, and he's gonna get a valve stem put in that tire for me while he's gone too. And also finalized the stuff today with Husqvarna a while ago about the Sunbelt Ag Expo in Moultrie, Georgia, coming up in October. I will be there. I'll be there with Husqvarna. I will not be at Paul Bunyan this year. There's no way I could possibly do both shows because they're dang near back to back. And Paul Bunyan's 700 miles, and I've been up there and done it one time already. And the Moultrie show is in the southeast, you know, easily accessible from South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. All those states easily accessible. And I'll be there with Husqvarna. They'll have saws there that you can run, stuff like that. So come by and check that out if you're in the area. It's a 3-day show. So I've never been to that show, but it's obviously a very big show from what I'm kind of getting and everything. So busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest has been an understatement today. It's hot. It's still hot. Good grief, it's hot in the. I got soaked jacking that truck up and taking that tire off and everything. But anywho, I'll be back in a little bit with with kind of a final rundown and update on everything there and all that. Y'all see the dust there? Oh boy. Get him stopped here. This is going to be load number 27. Let's see. No, right there, Frank. Your ticket's right here by mine on the ground. I'm almost sitting over it there, Frank. So that, my friends, is number 29. And it is 3:37 is what time it is.
I'm going to pick up the phone and saw that this camera had it once. Yeah, maybe I'm
gonna move some of this wood off the top of the pile for Kevin, fix him up. He's gonna run for a little bit, and then gonna hit the ground here and get on out of here. They're gonna valve stem. I hope the rest of them don't do that. On that thing, I gotta snug it on up here real quick and pull the jack out from underneath it. So I want to give y'all an update on Jay. A lot of comments come in on today's video, which was Thursday, where I told about, you know, him getting hurt and things like that. You know, I didn't say a lot because, you know, some people don't like for people to know a lot, you know, or anything like that. But I will say this: Jay's hurt pretty bad. He's not in good shape right now. He's got a lot of broke stuff, a bunch of broken ribs. His blood pressure is good, and I just looked at that update. That was this morning at 9, and then this one right here at 5:56. I'm just kind of breezing through it right quick. Said he can't hardly breathe or move at all. The pain is so bad. So they put some pain rods in on both sides of his spine to help with the pain. And he's been dealing with a lot. Some of the other updates here, he's dealing with a lot of fluid too. And so there's been, of course, you know, anytime something happens, you know, people want to know, how can I help or how can I do something? And there was a whole bunch of people. I think the knee-jerk reaction now with stuff anymore is, you see it all the time, the GoFundMe stuff. And I think in the right situations, that's a really good idea. However, I would never do anything like that until I talk to Jay and Janice about it. And I'm just going to be honest with you right now, they're not that kind of people. And then you have the other part of that with, if I was to do something like that or something, what are people going to say about me about mishandling things or stuff like that? You know what I mean? And that's just a road that I don't want to go down. Jay and them, the company that you work for, has insurance and all that stuff, workman's comp, so I mean, all that's fine. Jay's a very frugal person on top of that too. And so, you know, if there's I'll say this, if there's a need there that something needs to be done, I will let everybody know, and I will reach out to the masses here, because there's one thing for sure, that the Army can make it happen, you know what I mean? But I don't, you know, I don't want to do any knee-jerk thing, you know what I mean? And stuff. I just don't want to do that. So anyhow, we're having a killer week. You know, 104 loads at the end of the day today. Of course, we still got Friday, but we got some mills that are done dropped off the radar already, and are not taking tomorrow. It's going to affect us some, but the main mill that we need to take is going to be taken, which is Millport, and so we're going to blister them pretty good tomorrow, and we're setting pretty well ramped and ready to go. I'm going to load the first round in the morning, and then I've got to make a quick, fast, and a hurry run to the machine shop. I got some stuff out there I'm working on personally that I'm having actually done, and I'll kind of let y'all in on a little bit of that later on. But so I got to run out there. Kevin's alternator is going bad on his processor right now. Thank goodness it didn't go on out today. So while I'm out there at the machine shop, stripping the equipment, it's right around the corner. I'm going to go around there and pick up the alternator and all that. But it's just like that flat tire, man. I mean, it's always freaking something. It is always freaking something going on. I mean, You know, you get to running wide. You can't ever have 100% no matter what you do. It does not matter. You cannot have 100%, man. It don't ever happen. And but unless something major don't throw us off tomorrow, you know, we should load 20 something tomorrow in order to put us up, you know, 125, you know, 130. We got some extra trucks coming and to help us, so I don't know how we'll end up shaking out tomorrow, which will be Friday, which I'll be watching this on Friday too. So and then we're having to work around some stuff on our end too. Jay had our dozer, our 850 dozer, tore slap apart, putting a undercarriage up under it. Was slap dab in the middle of putting a undercarriage up under it when all this stuff happened with him. And so we have another mechanic here in our area that works on stuff like Jay does, and he's bad to the bone too. Him and Jay are good friends. We're all good friends, and so he will probably be picking up the slack on our stuff, I would imagine, with Jay being gone. But we primarily evolved toward Jay and everything, and we use Jay for the most part. But you know, I don't know what Jay's future holds, but this other guy, his name's Lee, and I probably won't ever be able to film him. He don't like to be filmed at all or anything like that and stuff. So maybe I could in the future. I don't know, but he has got a truck. I'm talking about. He's got a service truck, a serious rig, and all that stuff. I wish I could film him, man. Maybe, like I said, maybe come around one day. But so I'm gonna get this ready and get back early in the morning. I'm starting loading before 5 in the morning to make all this stuff happen, and all that. So. And I've got a major landscaping job, grading job going on right now too with my Mini. Oh my goodness. I worked on it yesterday up into the night, and then I worked on it again tonight. And then I actually went and met a fan. He's a truck driver staying at one of our truck stops tonight. And he sent me a message when I was loading up the Mini, and told me where he was. And I told him, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I said, I had to go right by it on the way home anyhow. I said, I'll swing in there, man. I'll chit chat with you for a few minutes, you know. And so I swung in there and talked to him for a little bit. Now that was pretty cool. It's always cool to get to meet fans. So boy, don't know what I'll be doing this weekend. I'll probably be working on that grading job. Maybe. I've got a tree job and I need to take down some trees, and just a bunch of stuff. So appreciate y'all watching. Y'all can check out everything down below. Y'all look up the Sunbelt Ag Expo, Malta, Georgia, middle of October, I think it is. And I think that's going to be a good deal. That'll finish me up for this year for doing things with other people. So and I'll get more into that as we go, because I want the people who come there to meet me and everything like that. I want y'all to do something for me when y'all get there. So and I'll get into that later on. So appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.